I'm gonna test myself. I'm gonna test myself. Alright guys, this is my first Let's Play of F1 2020. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know if you want more content or any more games you want to see. Yeah, so F1 2020 is the official F1 game for Formula 1. Contains of esports, it contains of anything you could think of. So, we're going to check out not our car livery, but we're going to check out my character. Our helmet is going to be my go-karting helmet from someone actually made an import of it. I want to try to figure out who the name is, because I can't remember off the top of my head. There. Alright, so guy who created my helmet is Wesley on the race department. He's a great guy, knows what he's doing. Made a replica of my go-karting helmet, and yeah, it's in the game, so you guys should enjoy that. Yeah. Obviously I put everything at default because I played this game throughout my whole time and try to be competitive in esports and stuff. So I resetted everything. I'm going to choose that one. The arms in the front, and odds in the podium. You can obviously tell it's celebration. That's the default. And tune up my graphics a little bit. There we go. So now you can see my stuff crystal clear. Obviously, it's gotta get reloaded, so we're gonna start my team crew mode. This is obviously what we're gonna be using. We're gonna use my character, and we're edit. Obviously, it's gonna be me. I chose number 38 because I feel like 38's anything with the number 8 for me. It's been very lucky. So no audio name. Yeah, it's gonna be our Carl
here. Let's get this team up and running. The first thing we need to do is register a team name and bring in some important partners.
So this is what I've been thinking.
Enter a team name.
I've been thinking of like do a Haas Racing or something like that. It said if I type that in, actually you guys will see. It says prohibited words, so I can't choose Haas Racing, which is completely weird. So then I decided maybe I should look up F1 teams. And I realized there was like Lotus and Toyota. What's another one? Penske. But then I decided to look at F2s and decided I wanted to look at like ART Grand Prix, or we could do Haas ART Grand Prix. Obviously, we gotta change that real quick. There we go. And then it'll probably get that. Yep. So then we're gonna go with just ART Grand Prix.
Now, let's choose our primary
And then we'll
sponsor.
change it at the end. Now, for
Some
sponsors.
sponsors offer a larger signing bonus up front. Some offer more weekly income. The better we perform, the more our level will go up as the team gains more acclaim. Doing this will increase the income from our sponsors.
Obviously, we want to go for a higher income so we can get a higher teammate. Higher science bonus so we can get a higher teammate. We're gonna go with Shark because earning 5 championship points won't be that bad. Unless we finish like 8th in constructors, but that's only for 4.7 million. But if we do like Loop or Pacifico, and you're talking about 5 million, so I think 5 constructor points in a season is pretty much an easy thing.
Our chassis won't be going anywhere fast without a power unit. So, let's sign one of those now.
Now ART,
The better the performance and durability, the better. But be careful about spending all our cash. We're going to have people and facilities to invest in as well. Power unit suppliers will also provide upgrades throughout the season at no extra cost.
obviously this is unrealistic because Ferrari doesn't have the performance as they do right now. So they should be at like 83 performance, to be honest. But obviously I'm a huge Mercedes fan
We're
and we
not much
can't
of a
put that,
team without a second
cannot
driver.
pass that out.
Let's sign a teammate.
Obviously you gotta choose a
Here are the
teammate
drivers interested in joining our team.
and you get this whole
Look at
list.
stats and pick someone you think can get us good results, as long as we can afford them. Oh, and we renew contracts every few races, so you'll have plenty of chances to sign someone else should the need arise.
Obviously we're not gonna get Mahavir Gunuthan, our lovely goat. Galeo is probably not the best idea. He's still one. I'd say he's still one of the worst drivers in F2 because he didn't even score a podium with a competitive team with Dams. Mazepin, he's got some wins here and there. Correa, I know he's a fellow American, but he's not really a true American. Then we go to our Brits. Jordan King, he is iffy sometimes. I haven't seen him race that often, so now it just becomes to Jack Aiken and Callum Alla. Obviously, Alla is a Ferrari driver academy versus Jack Aiken, who is Williams. So I have a feeling that if we get Jack Aiken, he might be doing okay. Same with Callum Alla. So we're gonna choose Callum Isla on this.
Looks like we can afford this power unit supplier and teammate. Go ahead and confirm if you're happy. Let's select or edit the livery we'll be running this season. We can add more sponsors to the
Now, obviously, so now we're ART.
and don't worry,
We had to change our
anytime.
driver's suit, which is gonna be our crossover one. Obviously, we could change the color, which I love doing in this game. So go with a red, white, and then a black over on this side. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good, to be honest. Obviously, our gloves will have to get changed. I was doing a recording after this, and I didn't like the content of my videos. So, actually, this guy's say black. Actually, this could go red. Yeah, that could go red. This can go black. And then this can go white. Perfect. This green right here is obviously a key figure for me because it represents my personal sponsors. So I discard it. Silly me. So now I have to redo everything, but obviously it's not that bad. So now I accept it. Do not mess up Obviously, that's going to be our driver character. Kind of reminds me of a candy cane, so obviously go livery select and edit our livery. Obviously, our livery is going to be like very, very weird. Let's go with the sector one. I actually like that. We're gonna go full out black livery there. Change this to red. Touch this to white. Yeah, that looks like pretty good. That's kind of not Jim ART.
Now we need a badge for our team branding. Select an existing badge, edit it, or create one from scratch.
Sorry about that. I had a little bit of a talk, but anyways, look, something came up. Our team brand or team logo, it's gonna be like somewhat at A. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, try. I'll make it A. Make it a R. Actually, do that. That actually looks really good. See that? Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Last but not least, we need to pick team colors for the rest of our branding. You'll see these colors throughout HQ.
Black, red, and white. So, yeah. Ooh, except,
Right.
so now,
Everything we need.
I think we are ready.
Edit anything we've done so far, and we'll come back here at the start of each season. But if you're ready to go, hit advance to head to Team HQ, and we can start our push to the top of Formula One.
So obviously F1 is a team sport, and we're obviously think we are the best. So, I forgot to tell you what I'm using. I got a 3-race monitor setup, 3 Septrine screens, 24-inch, I believe. Computer with the AMD Radeon card. I've got keyboard, mouse, and I got a Fanatic V2 base with a F1 2018 steering wheel with the advanced podium modules. DSD Derek Spark design, dashboards, Fanatec handbrake, Fanatec shifters, and Fanatec V3 inverted pedals. So that'll be my main choice of how I'll be driving. As an additional steering wheel, I have a F1, or not F1. I have a NASCAR 14-inch rim as well. Obviously, I won't be using the dashboard too much. The only time I'll be using the dashboard is when I'll be looking at the stats. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a 22 season race and then cut races from there. Obviously, I want you guys to see every single race. So settings, we're going to do a full 15, 18, 15, and 12. We're not going to do a formation lap. AI experience, we're going to go with 90. I felt like that is the best AI for me, and it's going to be very competitive. Flashbacks, we're going to turn off so you guys don't see me cheat. Paragraph fumes, we're going to turn that off. Vehicle damage will be reduced. Safety car will be on. Restarts will be manual. Tire temperature, surface, and canvas. Carcast, sorry. Paragraph fumes means is that basically your setup would be locked through the race. In case if there's a wet weather race, we are gonna get that off. Here are my assists. Obviously, no, not really that much of an assist. The only assist I'm really using is traction control. That's like turned down slightly. So, otherwise, I think we are set to go.
Okay, we're live in 5, 4, 3.
Hello folks, and welcome to the HQ of Formula One's newest team. We've been invited backstage to gain an exclusive insight into what could be one of the most exciting entries in the sport for many years. Now, we've seen a number of new teams enter the sport over the last decade, amongst their number Manor, Caterham, HRT and of course Haas. And while some have proved to be successful, others have morphed into different teams and some have disappeared completely. What marks this team out, though, as being something different is that its owner is also its driver. There's a rich history of that in Formula 1 too. Sir Jack Brabham, John Surtees, Graham Hill and Bruce McLaren all drove their own cars in the sport, but it has become increasingly rare in recent years. What's very special about this team, though, is that while the team itself is new to Formula 1, so too is its driver and owner.
Whatever happens this season, you've already made the history books. Tell me, do you feel up to the mammoth task of both managing and driving for a Formula One team?
Well, this is where everything gets kind of get down with the interview questions. So, obviously, whatever happens this season, we already made history by completing as an owner driver. I think this is always a team sport, so we're going to go with that right-hand one. It says, it's about my team and behind them 100%. Together, we're unstoppable.
Every team needs two drivers, but what was it that drew you to your teammates?
Now, obviously, this is a tough decision between Jack Aiken and Jordan King, Nick DeVries, Mick Schumacher, all those big names that are in F2 right now. We're going to take the gamble. It's going to be the right fit for our team. They understand we're new and appreciate to the opportunities that we are providing.
No one aims to finish bottom of the table. Who's the team you're aiming to be?
Well, obviously, this is where everything gets interesting with all the power unit shuffles and how we perform and increase our reliability and our aerodynamics and our powertrain. So, we're going to have Williams, Haas, Alfa Romeo, or AlphaTauri. I feel like AlphaTauri is so great this season. I don't think it's going to be down between them. I feel like we're gonna have some respect for Haas, but it's gonna be a close race between. We're gonna have a close race between those two, but we're also gonna have a very, very close race between Williams. So I have a feeling that we're gonna have a few races that are very competitive with Williams.
How are you expecting the car to feel out on track?
This is the question that everybody. This is everybody's opinion. This question and one more question coming up always determines how well the car handles. It's your aerodynamics, durability, power, and the chassis. So, those four key components are always a key factor in F1. So, obviously, chassis, but the sim data always looks good, but we won't know until we get on track. It's always so true. So we have to go with that.
The other teams now have years of experience, both on and off the track. How are you planning to catch up to them?
Well, obviously, this is going to be a tough question. It's going to be tough, but it's obviously going to be tough, and we're have a better picture at that first race.
Overtaking is a key part of this sport. How have you ensured that your car can take advantage of each opportunity that comes your way?
Obviously, this is another good question. So, this is where your chassis, aerodynamics, durability, and your power comes in. Obviously, aerodynamics is a huge key. So, we're going to go with that question up top.
And finally, which of your new departments are you most proud of?
Again, another one of these aero, durability, chassis, and power unit stuff. Obviously, aerodynamic, hands down, has to be our biggest factor.
Well, that's about all we've got time for here. We will see how this fledgling team fares in its first Grand Prix.
And
Great, thank you.
if you guys don't notice, that is Will Buxton. Now, obviously, this is where our new screen comes in. Obviously, you got these activities that are very useful. This is where I come down to how should I pre-plan this season. And this is what I've gone with a 5-day and a 5-day to increase Callum Ilot's chance of getting some good results. Obviously, our facilities. Look at you're ready. Spec 1 on aerodynamics. That's how key our aero is. Obviously, spec 0. Everything's mostly spec 0. Now going to the R&D. We have one aerodynamic, which is really good because it's a major.
I recommend we could go for something
Obviously,
like this.
Jeff is telling me, or Carl's telling me something different, but we're gonna go with the 2 chassis to our resource points. We get 1,000 that easy. Obviously, through the stand-ins, we're gonna change our name really quick. Change team name to Haas ART Grand Prix. So this way, it's under my brand as well. Now, as you can see, you got some durability and no chassis. A little bit of powertrain and a little bit of aero. So yeah. Every time we go to this new season, we have to figure out what our car livery will look out, and this is what it's gonna look like, as you guys have already seen. Yeah, in almost 1 week, it's Australian GP time. So obviously, contracts. You can see how we're doing. Now here comes the big question: our teammates for next season. We're gonna keep an eye out for Hamilton, obviously, Verstappen, Ricardo, Perez, Leclerc. Possibly Carlos Sainz as well. De Vries. Schumacher. I believe that'll be it. And possibly Vettel as well, but we're not gonna go there. So I'll go our finances. There's our finance history, and you can see it. Customize this any day you want. So let's get to Australian Grand Prix time. Now, obviously, as a small team that's probably not going to make it into Q3, we're going to go with the softest compound available, so we can have all of our soft compounds. So we're going to have soft compounds in each qualifying session. Obviously, this doesn't change from last year. It's the same screens as always. You got messages, practices, tells you all of the relays, and tells you all the weather forecast, and tells you, like, the tires, championship, constructors, how to tackle this track. But look at us already. We're beyond both Ferrari-powered Haas and Alfa Romeo, and we have also passed Williams. So, obviously, once we get to track, it might be a whole different story. So here we are at our first practice session at Australia. And Callum Ilott has gone with the number 54 this season. So, that's going to be interesting.
Hey boss, this is Jeff. Just wanted to say thanks for trusting me as your race engineer. I won't let you down. The car is ready to go, but it's brand new of course, so there may be a few issues here and there. We'll be keeping a close eye on all the data.
So obviously Jeff is going to be our race engineer. He's probably one of the worst engineers out there after all hearing those things there. So we're going to go with the soft compound towers. Our car setup is actually going to be that one right there. And I can't tell you because I'll get copyright. So all I have to say is I keep my mouth shut on my car setups and I should be fine. So it sounds like... So it looks like... No, I was about to say Callum Ilott is about to go out. But no. It's going, I think it's going to be one of the Williams. Yes, it is one of the Williams. Now we are gonna head out. As you can see, I already overdriven turn 1. Car's feeling fine right now. Check out how our temps are doing. The wear. That's gonna be our tire wear. That's gonna be our engine wear. Tire temps and brake temps. that's gonna be our settings, where we're gonna change all of our differential, brake bias, fuel mixture, ERS. So like I'm just gonna toggle this one switch, and that's gonna be our ERS. Same thing with this one. That's gonna be our fuel mix. So I feel we got this pretty hands down, really good. I'm just gonna switch these back. So our first flying lap with this car. A little bit run. A little bit of run over there.
Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
Trying to concentrate. We're gonna cross the line. It's gonna be a 126.5. We're gonna go one more
Three
flying
laps of
laps.
fuel remaining.
We'll go one more flying lap here. Much better. Sector 1.
Set fuel mix 1 if you want to save the engine for the race.
And we cross the
You're
line.
nearly out
Good.
of fuel, almost out of fuel.
And we
You
get
need to
one,
pit within
under the
next 2
125s, which is really good. Got 124.9. So, I think we could call this a success qualifying.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1
Or
minute
successful practice.
24.9.
So we're going to go straight into qualifying. Let's see how we did.
It's time to remind ourselves
P2.
of our top 3, who are Hamilton, the owner driver, and Max Verstappen.
Now, obviously, this is on 90 difficulty, but everybody had soft tire. Nah, I had soft tires. Hamilton had mediums. Everybody else was on mediums and hards. So obviously, this is a good day. Now, our team claim will come to later date. So, we'll get next. Now here comes our biggest question. Can we get out of Q1? Maybe, maybe not. So obviously this is Jeff giving us the preview this weekend. Obviously a little bit late, but forgot my volume was up. Have you guys heard that? We got, I'm not gonna say anything, but obviously copyright. So here we go for our first round of qualifying. It's gonna be interesting because there we are. Well, obviously we get, if we qualify outside the top 10, we get a free set of tires, or we get to choose our free set of tires. So we got 4 sets of soft tires that we can make sure we're okay. So now obviously we're gonna make sure we have the correct setup on, which we do. And it looks like we only got 1% wear. And we got 377 laps on our engine. So I'm gonna say this, we are good to go. So here we go to our first qualified lap. And the sun is blinding me, so we're gonna have to abandon that lap. Try to get out of the way for Verstappen. How's our tire? We're at 3-4%. We're gonna go for one more time lap here. Ugh. See, obviously we can't flash that back. We just get to go back to the pits and go for getting our set of tires. feel like Callum Ilott is already in the 124s, so.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:40.0.
Obviously, we're gonna go ahead and hit the track again. Try to get a good lap time. So, let's take it off buttons. Absolutely one of the only cars out right now. Little tap on the wall there. Get out the grass. Oh, so that was a horrible entrance to Sector 3.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Across the line we go. It's gonna be 18th. Oh, actually not that bad.
We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car.
Callum Ilott in the top 16, which is very, very well for him.
We're 10th in the speed trap, 200.6 miles per hour.
Yeah, let's see if I could change this setup a little bit. Nah. I'm not gonna play any
We've
risk
been
on.
pushed into the drop zone. Time's running out now, but we need you to get out there and fight for a really strong time.
So let's get one of these Q2 tires. Just go for the hell of it. Try to push ourselves to get into the get in Q2. We're gonna drive out.
All complete. Mechanics, please stand clear. We're ready to go.
there's albums coming, so I'm gonna lay aside here. Here comes the rest of the cars in Q1. Try to get themselves a better lap time. I said we need to gain a little bit more. Obviously 3 here, this is where I kind of screwed up, right here. Going a little bit wide. Hindering my entrance to that corner right there. So, doesn't look like anybody else is coming out. Try to shift over there. Seven tenths down, which is not the greatest. Getting shifted up again. Now look how much time we gain in the second sector, third sector, and it's gonna. We might be P19. Obviously, it's not the actual results. Oh, wow. Look at this. Me and Callum Isla are right on pace. Almost identical laptops, so. Yeah, it qualifies us, but otherwise, it's actually really good.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. Why do you think you weren't as quick as your teammate today?
Obviously, I made a few mistakes out there, so.
You didn't spend much time practicing. Are you saving your car for the main event?
Well. Real surprise.
Your qualifying pace didn't put you at the front of the grid. Will this be a problem tomorrow?
The best of a bad situation? That would be a good question. Who knows?
You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip?
Obviously, cart felt too heavy, so obviously I'm letting that chassis go.
Great. Well, that's everything.
So it's gonna go lap 1 and see how we do.
Tough luck there. It's not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but chin up, it's not the end of the world.
looks like a little bit of cloudy day. Now the question is, what do we do with our race strategy?
If it were me, this is probably what I'd invest in.
So, obviously, we want to get the best out of our R&D. So, it's going to be 29 laps. So,
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal. And it's make or break here at Albert Park, home of the Australian Grand Prix since 1996. And home to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 16 corners and 3.3 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles an hour. The close proximity of the barriers makes accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. Can Mercedes start with victory in their bid to win a 7th consecutive Constructors' title? Could Ferrari or Red Bull establish an advantage early on? And with 22 cars on the grid, how quickly can the new team find their footing? Well, it's great to be back, Anthony Davidson. We've got a lot to talk about this year.
That's right, Crofty. It felt like a long winter, but it's good to finally be back. I have to think the usual suspects will battle it out at the front, but there are always going to be some teething problems early on in the season, so whoever can keep on top of their issues will have the advantage today.
As I mentioned earlier, we're up to 11 teams this season, with a new entry run by, well, of all things, an owner-driver. That's something we haven't seen in this sport since Hector Raback over 4 decades ago. So how are they looking so far?
Ever since their participation was announced, there were questions being asked about whether an outfit like this could survive, and certainly it's proving to be a trial by fire so far. Let's hope they can continue to draw in investment and find a little more pace as well.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Sainz, Daniel Ricciardo, and Vettel, Albon, Norris, Leclerc, and Sergio Perez. Stroll, Ocon, Pierre Gasly, and Grosjean, Magnussen, Raikkonen, Callum Islet, and the owner driver, Giovinazzi, Latifi, Kvyat. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And George Russell ends our grid lineup. That's it then. It's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
so we moved up the place, so that might be a really good option. Obviously, it's not going to be the best situation, but we're going to go to medium to hard compound. I have a feeling this might be the best way to try to get an advantage over everybody. I have a feeling it's the wrong choice, but I have a feeling it's the right choice as well. We got 5 red lights and lights on, away we go. Try to sneak up a little bit. Got bits of carbon fiber all over the place.
We're looking good so far.
Obviously, this is not the right segment because it's starting to lag a little bit. So I'm going to have to retune it to medium. mistake there. Trying to fight with our teammate. That's not gonna work. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That was a little close call there. Yeah, I cut the corner there. Yes, I know. I just turned it too much. Again, making the same mistake as last time. It's gonna hinder us. And it's now we're... Hey, at least I didn't break my wing, which is all I care about. Well, let's try to push as hard as we can. Get back that
DRS
place.
will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. To teammate ahead is 1.8 seconds.
Ooh, got a little bit of curve there. Just set it in there. Again, very loose. Oh, I think we've been tagged there. I don't know if we got tagged or something. Just trying to cut in.
Okay, gap ahead is 3.1 seconds.
Fiat might have a broken wing after that, after I make contact with them. Obviously, graphics are not going to do me a favor.
Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well.
Fiat stayed on. We're catching the back of Nicholas Latifi.
You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up.
Now this is a team we said in the beginning that we're gonna have two spouse with, and we're not letting that down. Because we are sandwiched the two Williams. Ooh, a little late on the brakes there. Oh, we made back into Latifi.
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage.
We're gonna say is misjudgment my brake point there. But we're gonna stay out as long as possible. Oh, a little late there. Trying to push as far as I can.
Be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tire grip around now.
But somehow still staying in George Russell's DRS zone. As Russell comes in, now it's my turn. Try to catch my teammate. Now Ricardo has got rid of us. He's made contact with us. Still making contact. Oh, he spun himself out.
Green flag.
Just spun himself out. Let's go and take a look at the replay. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at this. See it? Oh yeah. You can see his AI. Went straight. So, I mean, I don't know what to say there. How is he just still stuck there? Still stuck there. Went wide there. Now the TV boxes. Now I'm out of Lots.
Magnussen is in the pits. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards.
And we just get ahead of Norris. Trying to conserve his cars as much as we can. Let's see, yes, back. Norton's still right on her tail. Oh, we spun it!
Damage to your wing. Damage to your wing. Suggest we box to change it. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Got that confirmed? Confirmed.
So hard to turn this car now. So we're gonna take that 5-second penalty.
Complete. Go now.
There, your charge.
We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy.
Obviously, this is not the tire that we want, but it brand new set, so I'm trying to regain some of this position.
Fuel target is +1. Faster engine modes are available. We're trailing our teammate by 15.5 seconds.
Look how much we gained on the Fiat there!
Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Just ran the fastest first sector.
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
We just set our new personal best, so.
Okay, you're creating some breathing space between you and the car behind by a few seconds per lap.
Just got news that Leclerc is out. Will that be a safety car? If it is, I could get a free opportunity.
Caution,
Get a
caution.
free opportunity to pit. There he is. Gained one spot.
Okay, clear.
Free spot. And no safety car. I can still drive this. Still possible.
Repeat that. There's interference. Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left. Pit window will open in 3 laps' time. Pit window opens in 3 laps.
I want to try and go as long as possible on these soft tires since we still got at least one more stop. There's our focus of interest right there. Look at this, look cute. Got almost at 4 seconds. Chewing. We are chewing.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
on Nicholas Latifi. Alright, second and
No tire concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
you heard Jeff. That's what I'm doing. Now 1.5.
Some information on Islet. They have some kind of mechanical problem.
Oh, our teammate now has a mechanical problem. So that's not good news.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
Now, Ocon has just retired. No safety car yet.
Yellow flag. Green flag.
Gotta force us! Come on. Come on, Nicholas. Ooh.
We're gonna box this lap. Push hard on the in-lap.
I'm gonna go for it this time. Still feels brand new. I still drive. Ooh, got a little close to Outlaw there. Now that's the time to pit.
Try pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
I think we can confirm that these tires are done. So, coming in, obviously we gotta make up a 5-second penalty. Gotta serve our 5-second penalty. It's stationary for 5 seconds. Obviously replace my front wing.
Go, go, go. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
There's no way we're gonna catch up to Pavia and everybody. So P20 will be our final result. Ooh, little skirmish out there.
Our gap to the car in front is 27.9 seconds.
Kavia, it's on the... Everybody's on the most durable compound out there. Yeah, I'm on the softest.
We're a +1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
We're catching 2 cars in front, which might be a Red Bull and a Mercedes. Again, fastest first sector out of anybody. Ah, it's a McLaren in the Red Bull, so. Catching up to signs. And we do set the fastest lap.
Lap of the race. Keep this up.
We'll see a little bit. Little bit deep there. And I do have science's DRS. So.
The gap to the car ahead is 19.1 seconds.
I'm looking right with science. mistake there.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
So, basically what I'm trying to do is use sight as a pickle to catch the guys up in front.
Fuel target is +2. Let's move to mix 2 or 3, please. The car in front is 9.9 seconds.
Now it's under 10 seconds, so it might happen. Remember, we're on our... This is second to last lap. Oh! Just hit sights. It's the third time we've done so.
So we've been looking at the damage, and we think you should be okay to continue. It'll cost us a little bit of time, but we're nearly at the end of the race. Blue flag, blue flag. We're not racing the car behind. Let them past when you can. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Gap to teammate ahead is 8.1 seconds.
gave it our all. And it's gonna be P20, so.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
We've witnessed some great battles on the streets of Melbourne today, and they've taken a fantastic win. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Obviously, the big three. Bottas, Hamilton, and Verstappen on the podium.
Let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. Valtteri Bottas passes his rival to take over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
It's got to be Valtteri Bottas, a commanding performance that I think had the audience's eyes glued to him for the majority of the race. All respect to the fans' choice, they fully deserve it, but I just feel that my pick had a little more on their plate, so their ability to keep a cool head and come through for such a strong finish made the difference. At least in my opinion.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport.
No, obviously
but
we'll
with
be
more
dead
races
last,
lined up,
so.
be sure to join us when we come back with more.
So.
What a great day out there today. Let's talk about what happened. It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
I have a feeling that was like an Indian magnet.
You lost to your teammate today. Was it just not your day?
Yeah, the chassis is just a little bit unusual.
Appreciate your time.
Thanks. So. Yeah. Obviously, we destroyed 20,000, so. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting for our next race, but we earned $1 million. So we can get somewhere that we can afford. Excuse me, so, yeah. That'll be it for this episode of Let's Play, so, hope you guys enjoyed this. See you guys next time.